Ireland, the land of Guinness and good times, is finally starting to pace itself. That's right, folks, the Irish are drinking less than ever before. It seems the stereotype of the drunken Irishman is finally being laid to rest, and frankly, it's about time. We've earned a break from the cliches. The numbers don't lie. In 2023, we drank a measly 9.96 litres of pure alcohol per adult. That's our lowest intake since 1987. It seems those wild Celtic tiger days of excess are well and truly over. We're swapping pints for Pilates and shots for smoothies. Who are we and what have we done with the real Irish? Don't worry though, we haven't turned into a nation of teetotalers just yet. We still enjoy a good time, but perhaps we're finally realizing that the crack can be just as good, if not better, with a clear head. Let's be honest, Ireland's relationship with alcohol has been a bit of a roller coaster. We've had our ups, mostly involving pints of Guinness, and our downs, usually the morning after. Back in the day, a pint was practically a food group. Remember the Celtic tiger years? Money was flowing and so was the booze. We hit peak pints in 2001, knocking back a whopping 14.4 litres of alcohol per adult each year. Those were the days, some might say. But let's be real, our livers were crying out for a break. Then came the crash, and suddenly those pints seemed a little less appealing. The party was over, and we were left with a collective hangover. But you know what? Maybe that was the wake-up call we needed. Hold on to your hats, because here's a shocker. Beer is losing its grip on the Irish drinking scene. Yes, the nation that practically invented beer o'clock is turning its back on the black stuff. Don't worry, Guinness hasn't disappeared entirely, but it seems our tastes are becoming a little more sophisticated. Enter wine, the new darling of the Irish drinking class. In 2000, wine only made up a measly 13.2% of our alcohol intake. Fast forward to 2023, and it's soared to a respectable 28.3%. We're swapping pints for Pinot Grigio and Guinness for Grenache. Who would have thought? This trend isn't just about changing tastes, though. It's a generational shift. Younger people are drinking less overall, and when they do indulge, they're more likely to reach for a glass of wine than a pint of beer. Maybe they're onto something. After all, a hangover from wine is much more civilized, darling. Europe, we're almost keeping up with the Joneses. Ireland, the land of saints and scholars, is finally starting to act its age. We're not the wild child of Europe anymore, at least not when it comes to our drinking habits. In fact, we're practically catching up with the rest of the continent. The average European drinks 9.8 litres of alcohol per year. And guess what? Ireland is right on their heels at 9.96 litres. We're practically model citizens. Okay, maybe not quite, but it's a start. This newfound moderation could be down to a number of factors. Maybe we're finally taking our health seriously. Or perhaps we're just tired of waking up with a face that could curdle milk. Whatever the reason, it seems we're finally embracing a more European approach to alcohol. Enjoy it, but don't let it rule your life. A toast to the future. What's next for the Emerald Isle? So what does the future hold for Ireland's drinking culture? Will we become a nation of teetotalers sipping on sparkling water and reminiscing about the good old days of lock-ins and legendary hangovers? Not likely. We're Irish after all. We love a good time and a bit of crack is in our DNA. But perhaps we're finally finding a balance. We can still enjoy a pint or a glass of wine with friends, but we're also realizing that there's more to life than just the bottom of a glass. Who knows? Maybe this new era of moderation will even spark a creativity boom. After all, some of the world's greatest art has been inspired by a good drink or two. So let's raise a glass, responsibly of course, to the future of Ireland. A little less boozy, a little more bright-eyed, and always up for a good time. Slante, remember to like and subscribe.